are back with another Skylar Scent Club unboxing, and this month's scent for July is Salt Air. And I have to say, I think that this is my favorite scent. Now, I fell in love with Magic Bloom, and that one was from April, and I really, really loved it. I've used it almost up, which is insane to think about, but this one really takes the cake. Now, I will say Magic Bloom takes the cake for the uniqueness and a scent that I absolutely adore. This I really love because it actually reminds me of a perfume that I've almost bought like a million different times. But before we dive into that, I want to give you a couple of details about the Skylar Scent Club, just in case you haven't seen any of my other unboxings that will be linked in the description box below. Skylar Scent Club costs $20 per month, but if you want a little bit off of that, like $2, I do have a discount code that can get you 10% off of your purchase. If you just use the code this or that 10 at checkout, you'll get your Scent Club subscription for $18. Now, how often does this come? Monthly. And I know what you're thinking, that's a ton of perfume, Maggie. Like, why do I need 12 different rollerballs in a year? Well, my answer to you is that it's actually completely customizable, so you don't actually have to get 12. So what's really nice about them is that they typically reveal what the scent is a couple of days before things actually start shipping. So you can go on, you can review its top notes, and you can decide for yourself, is this a scent that seems like something that I would like? Like, is this one that I want to take a risk on? And if it is, you go ahead, you keep your subscription and move on. But maybe, just maybe, you're like, I really love all the perfumes that I have. I think I'm gonna skip this month because it doesn't really sound like my favorite. You totally have that option. You can just select to skip that 1 month, and then you'll have the option again next month to do the same thing if you don't like it. But let's say you're like, well, I don't like that scent, but I would really like to get a rollerball and just keep this thing consistent. You do have the option to actually exchange a scent. So maybe you're looking at Salt Air and you're like, that doesn't really sound like me, but they have this permanent scent called Arrow, and that really appeals to me. So maybe I'll just exchange those out instead, and you totally have that option too. Any perfume that's coming to your door, you know that you have the ability to customize a little bit, or again, just skip it all together. Of course, you can also cancel at any time, which I really like about them. They don't make you call anybody, they don't make you read in these teeny tiny little prints, they just let you do whatever you want to do. So why should you subscribe to Skylar specifically? Well, that's because they're a clean perfume brand. They're hypoallergenic, they're allergy friendly, and I learned a very interesting stat recently that 15% of women are irritated by typical perfume formulas. 15% is a pretty large portion. So that 15% now actually has a clean alternative. And I've actually switched all of my perfumes over to Skylar scents. They smell amazing. Most of the ones that I really love are long lasting, but I will say that is a downside in general. I have some scents that definitely last longer than others, but I'm willing to reapply throughout the day to have cleaner scents that are soaking into my body. You know what I mean? So this month's scent specifically is called Salt Air, and this has to be my favorite. It is so fresh, so clean, so crisp. They describe it specifically as bare, salty, and breezy, and I can totally understand the saltiness of this because I don't exactly know what breezy smells like. I can totally understand this scent being inspired by like sea breeze and standing by the ocean and taking in that scent. So the top notes are driftwood, sea salt, and seaweed, and the base notes are jasmine, sambac, and sandalwood. I also love how they illustrate the scents on the back of the box. The packaging on this scent club is one of the things that really elevates it for me too. You're not just getting the rollerball, even though that's pretty in its own right. Something else that I noticed on the back of the box this month that is a little bit different from the scent clubs in the past is that a portion of these proceeds are donated to Step Up, which is an organization for underprivileged girls to help them achieve their full potential. So it's just working with them, mentoring them, and I think that's really neat. Now, on the inside of these boxes, they typically have an anecdote, and that's something that's a little bit different about this month, is that they kind of just recapped everything in a sentence, but if you wanted to go online and read the full scent story, if you've been really into that, that is still available. They just say, this is kissed by the salt and sun. She stood, eyes fixed and heart free. The sea, it called her. And another cool feature that I like about these boxes is that they always include suggestions of how to layer these perfumes. And layering perfumes creates new scents and just makes your perfume collection on the whole a little bit more versatile. So for daytime, they're suggesting that you layer this with Capri, which is arguably my favorite scent in the Skylar line. It's very beachy, citrusy, fresh, bright, bubbly. It smells so good. I think that it would be really good layered with this scent. And then at nighttime, if you're feeling something a little bit more spicy, you should layer it with Arrow. That could give you a sensual summer night. So if you're somebody that really likes clean, fresh, crisp scents, you are going to love this. And if you're not sure about what I'm talking about when I say clean and fresh and crisp, this is not like laundry, but I have identified almost an identical scent that you can go sniff just in case you want to try this out and have a little tester beforehand, because Skylar is currently not sold in stores. But if you run to Anthropologie, they have this whole line of perfumes, and I'm not exactly sure of the brand, but I'll stick a picture up for you. And the scent is called Ocean or Ocean, and it comes in this really pretty bottle with blue liquid. This smells almost identical to that, and that is a scent that I've almost picked up in the checkout line of Anthropologie. Like every single time I walk into that store, I think it smells so good and so fresh, and this is just the clean, more natural, hypoallergenic version of that. So if you're looking to clean up your beauty routine a little bit, but you still want that amazing smell, this is your answer. Salt Air. Now it's getting to where, like, the past two scents have been fine. They just haven't really been my cup of tea. Like, I really did like Golden Glow, but it's one that I definitely have to layer with other scents to bring up the freshness a little bit. But this one and Magic Bloom, the April scent, have easily been my favorite so far. So I cannot wait to see what else they come out with. Again, if you're interested in subscribing, my discount code is this or that 10. I'll also go ahead and link all of the other unboxings just in case you're interested in any other reviews that I've done on Skylar products. But if you're a big online shopper, I just wanted to point out that I recently noticed that Skylar now partners with Ebates. And if you're not sure what that is, it's just a site that partners with a bunch of different brands. And if you shop through Ebates, you can get a percentage cash back on lots of purchases that you make online. I have the browser button installed, so when I navigate to the Skylar website, I was told today that you could actually get 4% back on Ebates. Now this percentage changes every now and again, but in general, it will hover around that same area. If you get this $20 Scent Club subscription and then you use my 10% off discount code, which brings it down to $18, you would get something like 72 cents back, since the cash back right now is at 4%. And I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but little by little it adds up over time, and I've actually received around $2,000 over my lifetime shopping through Ebates. Promise it's not a scam. They didn't even sponsor this video. I just thought it was interesting because this is an online only brand, so could be very helpful for you. Oh, and that's another perk, speaking of money things. If you are a member of the Skylar Scent Club, you also get 10% off of all purchases on the Skylar website. So that can bring your total cost down even more. And I just wanted to make you aware. I can't believe I forgot to mention that. If you like this video, then please like it, stick around, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.